Chicken YouTube. Angel of Authenticity here, live from the motorcycle shop. Just with a little thought on my mind about churches in general, actually. It's basically a bottom line theme. I really want to reach out to anybody that's in a church industry to help me answer some questions so I have a fair write-up of the whole thing. I want to know about their youth programs and how much of their money goes to a youth program. I want to be able to ask them some questions. So I'm going to contact some of my local churches here really soon, probably right after I play my guitar, to see maybe I can reach out by email or something first. Anything's fine. It's like nothing, too prying. I'm wondering, how many hours out of the week is your church open? And why is your churches locked? Why is your churches locked with homelessness being criminalized right now? Is there meals and showers provided? What does a church mean to you as a pastor and church leaders? I want to know what makes a church or a pasture, not even the church, a pasture worth $300 million doing the God's work, spreading the gospel. Like, come on. I think these people need to be held accountable or open their fucking doors and be ready to watch a baby if somebody got to go to work. That's how it's supposed to be. It's 2 homeless people per church in America. That's all. Problem solved. And have them pay the taxes that's sitting in all them accounts, man. Yeah, that'd probably put them in their graves. That'd be the end of that. It'd be like, well, hasta la vista. I rebuke any of that energy in my button. But shaking. I'm just on one today about churches. I'm a believer that I don't think any churches or municipal buildings ever need to be or should be or was intended to be locked. That's why they're public records, you know what I mean? You might get rabble rousing, but that'll be them, the opposition, you know what I mean? Causing trouble like, oh, see, you shouldn't have done that. It's bullshit. It's a fear tactic. It's a cage. You gotta wake up with that kind of stuff. You gotta free yourself. And that's only done through you. And the churches aren't supposed to be there to tell you how to do it and how you're doing it wrong and make you feel like God don't like you. The churches are supposed to be there to take in the homeless and the needy and the poor and the hungry and the travelers. That's all it was ever supposed to be. You're supposed to get together, and then when you get together, you talk about God and you eat food and you fellowship. There's not any locked doors or applications or hotlines or all that's bullshit. They need to turn over our buildings for all these people that are dying and missing and disappearing. May God be with us all. Maybe I'll play God's song. I wrote the song for God, actually. I got an amp for you. That's a little better, huh? pick. I can't even do it. I'm trying to, but it's really weird for me to play with an amp. I'm so used to just playing in the woods and stuff. Plugging into the electricity alone is like, it really messes with my connection with it almost. I'm trying to get past it, and I am, and I like playing loud, so everybody knows I like getting a little bit loud sometimes. It's either one way or the other, you know? Take me as I am, and I am how I am. Yeah, the churches really got me irked right now, the whole system. Because, you know, when somebody donates money to a community to do it legally with the non-for-profit bullshit, when they donate that money to the community, it goes to law enforcement, the people that put $256 billion into cages for us against our free will, not like community homes or something, you know, something that was useful or beneficial, like hot showers or something. In the rural areas where I live, it's 100 miles to a homeless shelter, and it's very urban, very crowded, you know, of course, because there's only a couple per state out here. Unless you're beat up and you got a little baby, then they might find a place to put you. But you're so fucked in the system, then you know you're gonna like you might as well just go work for them at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so bad though, because there's nothing. I mean, you're talking to anybody that's rural knows what I mean. You get out of the city limits. Thankfully, you're out of the city limits where things are a little cheaper, but everything's locked. There ain't nobody around. Some of the biggest churches, it was Easter Sunday at 6 o'clock in the evening. There was not a fucking car in the parking lot. There's always cars in this parking lot. There wasn't one car in the parking lot. It's just weird. It's weird that pastors and ministers could be worth $300 million. And there'd be 2 homeless people per church. It wouldn't even be a thing because nobody would even notice. It'd be, instead of paying a bunch of people to trim your trees and mow your lawn, your homeless guy would do it for you. You know, that's the way it was intended. And you feed them, and you feed them God. You know, that's the way it's supposed to go. And cleanliness and godliness and trust and integrity. And you breed it. And where's the lady at that watches the kids? Because, you know, if you're a church in a neighborhood, you should have some fat lady or some old lady or some young mother that doesn't have nowhere else to go or no place to be either. You know, there's somebody there on site for somebody that has a baby and they're in need. You know? So many scenarios. Boy, I've lived them all. That's every church's responsibility, I believe. And if you can't go to the church, where can you go? And right now, it's really fucking weird what they got going on. It's not God. I'd rather be in a whorehouse right now than in a church right now in the United States. I guarantee you, I would. I'd run and cover like up underneath a gangster's car before I would run into a church if Armageddon was happening. Either way, I'd be on my knees. I'm kidding. That's kind of true. I ain't saying uncle though. I'm just praying. Okay, I was playing God's song here. God, did I forget your song? I didn't forget your song, God. You just got my mind on so many other things right now. I've improvised it and changed it a little bit. It's probably what I did. I was writing a new song and I don't know. I think it could be like part of God's song. It's all God's song though, let's be honest. Everything I write is original and it's because of that, you know? I don't want to copy anything that anybody else has done. I want God's input, you know? I'm a direct channel for the Holy Spirit, so boy, they do the darndest things they do up there. They ain't got no time in heaven either, so they really take their time with things. And God doesn't. You know, he's on tweaker time for sure. Days don't matter, hours don't matter. It's just when you're ready, inner knowing, you know? Like when you're breaking in a new guy at work. So yeah, I don't know. That's God's song. I wrote it. I'm gonna call it a place to exist, I think. Excuse me, Mr. Let Go, he's just looking for a place to exist. It really irks me that it's being criminalized to be homeless and that all these people are coming up missing everywhere. It's just really sad. And I think it's worth crying about and it's worth talking about and it's worth wondering about. That it's really hard to take action and mind your own business at the same time. However, I aim to be very good at it. You know, that's my main goal because I don't want to get absorbed by all these energies and all these people's problems that are, you know, causing problems with something I'm trying to fix. Say, you know, if I'm trying to fix something, I'm gonna get to the root source, and it's usually janky ass devil. It's usually Satan and associates, which is in you, just like God's in you. So you got to do your shadow work. You gotta just say it out loud. Be okay with it. Forgive yourself for doing it and repent and move on. That works. You gotta go through the process, right? And sometimes it takes people years, and other people could do it really quite quickly, overnight, maybe even for some people. Like aha moment, you know. I always forget my aha moments anyway, so it's like I get to relive them 100 times over when I remember them again. Maybe I'm not as creative as I think. I just keep remembering the same idea. I don't think so. It's always the first time. But like, could be. Anything's possible. That's important to remember. But it is nice of all these churches to build all these empires and structures and stuff like that. They're going to have to turn over because the world's going upside down, and it all goes upside down. Satan's got to get in his cage for about 1,000 years or so. I don't know. Taking care of the old people, I think, is all right. The old people know who Satan is. They're well aware. They're well acquainted with his ass. They know how to handle him. They'll be like, oh, I'm getting all their stuff. And they'll take real good care of them. Satan makes a great caregiver. He's like, oh, yes, look at, they're well groomed and well fed. And they'll be like, where's my TV guide? You know, and he'll be like, oh, I'll get it all when they die. You know, it just works. I mean, don't ask me how, but he's strong, you know. Just saying, nobody should be all by themselves there. You can get peace like that. Hell. They be down here listening to the sniveling motherfuckers just like the rest of us. Old fucking grouches and shit. The church has turned into an old grouch, an old sniveling fucking disabled veteran. You know what I mean? Going on and on and on. That's what I'm gonna play that song. This song's called Frontline Winds. I wrote it about the building I'm in right now. Motorcycle. Yep, that song was called Frontline Winds, and I wrote it about a veteran. I was sniveling downstairs at the desk while 60-mile-an-hour frontline winds were coming straight towards Indiana because his phone done told us so. He wasn't much of a phone guy, but I was his technical assistant anyway, and his phone was going off, bleep, 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 take shelter, you know, and it was a big warning. And it indeed did come in fast, and it came in swooping, whoof, and the guy that built the place goes running out to a junk car that he don't even own. He's like, "Oh, this place is top heavy," you know. And he runs out. I was like, "Well, I don't know." With a 7-year-old strapped to my side, I did what any responsible mother would do, and I threw a motorcycle helmet on her. Lily, get your helmet. We're at a motorcycle shop here. She got her helmet, and I proceeded to follow the owner that claimed the place was a little top heavy because if the guy that built the place didn't want to be in it, I didn't either. I was new there, you see. Yeah, and that old man wouldn't take shelter and do nothing. He sat at that desk sniveling on and on and on. He goes, "What? You in a hurry to go somewhere?" I was like, "Your phone said take shelter, man. We gotta go. You know, warning danger." I get to that junk car, and the owner says, "That old bastard will still be in there rambling on when it's all, you know, when it's all done and over." It's like, well, why are you running into a junk car if you know it's going to be done and over? Number one, use your intuition, more people. Like, I won't even do that. I won't even put my shoes on for something that's seemingly like a really big situation. But I already know intuitively it's not, you know, like that could fuck you sometimes too. You know, it's always good to have some shoes nearby or like some zip-on boots at least. Flip-flops and sandals should be banned and outlawed. They're not even footwear. I mean, let's be honest. It's like a foot pad or something, you know, but it's not footwear. How are you going to fucking do anything with that? If you got to run, you getting some thorn briars or something. I'm just saying. You got a song request? Is it one of my songs? Oh, no, that's my fucking thingy trying to, try this. Try asking this to engage the audience. I can't see because I don't have my glasses. Can't see all that. Like, it's just like squiggles to me. But I do, actually, no, I never do read it later because I never figured out how to. At the very end of my stream, I can scroll up and look, and that's usually when I try to do it, unless I'm on the go there. But thanks for tuning in. It's it only takes one little bitty girl, one, to save the whole fucking gig. Just remember that. In the Grinch, Susie Snowflake or whatever the Grinch, its little name was, a little girl that comes out. Just like her belief and faith in him, like made his heart grow and explode out of his chest practically because like it's like shit, you know. What are you gonna do with that? You fight a little girl. It's not easy to do. Little girls are smart these days too, man. They'll have you fucking extorted for some high-speed data and a lot of it, you know, so they could be on their little phone or doodah that they got, and they're gonna need some pink stripes in their hair and like some socks to match that, and like shoelaces now because they're old shoes. They can't get new shoes, and their shoelaces have got to match then or something, you know. Little girls are. I was never really a little girl. I just went straight from being like a kid, I think, to mom. I don't know. I never really felt like a little girl. But I am a little bitty girl on the world. I feel like a little girl sometimes, like when my motorcycle falls over and I'm in the middle of the woods by myself or on a riverbed or in the river sometimes, or it's on fire, or like there's been a few episodes, you know, but I got my same motorcycle and it's never broken down. So I mean, I don't know. I've had it. This will be my 5th one. I ain't riding that thing right now. It's still in a heap of snow. It's never been like that. I intuitively knew I needed to be working more and like probably buying a truck. You know, it's hard to pucker up that long. I mean, I could do it for like No, I can't. I don't mind working hard though, but I gotta be working for the right cause, and everywhere you turn, the cause isn't right. So you gotta make your own, and that takes time. That takes time, you know. I'm not like a brick building, you know, that I need a solid foundation, blah blah blah. I'm more like an oak tree, you know, a really old one. What I want to be one day. So I need to make sure that to survive on the river, you know, you gotta have very deep roots to keep you anchored in all them times of flooding and things like that over all them years. And if you have none, and all the roots aren't existing yet, then that makes you a seed. Right? You're a seed. If you have no roots, you're a seed, or you're dead. I mean, if you have anything else you could add to that, that'd be good. But I mean, this is just something I'm thinking out of the top of my head. This isn't like my manifesto, but it could be. That's what I should write as a manifesto. I got a lot of ideas. I know they would work because I've seen them in my head. Why don't kids learn how to do parkour right when they're born? That's like a self mastery. Like, it's so many things. They could just learn parkour and then making it natural, and babies naturally could learn it and would learn it as a mode of travel, as a mode of spiritual fucking like mastery. Seriously, because them kids are like awesome. And people are like, oh, it's reckless. No, it's not reckless at all. It's not reckless at all. Actually, them people like almost they're gonna hurt because they're flowing with the universe. Them kids are amazing. And you start them off when they're real little bitty, man, the health benefits, all of it. You know, they'll live to be 100 years old, they'll be jumping off rooftops, you know. It'll free them, and it'll integrate the ones that are going to have wings and fly. We should be able to thrust and fly, but we don't actually have wings. That's a myth. But and if you try to flap your arms, it's not going to help you fly. It's an inner knowing, and it's a fearlessness that you get only through trust and release. And you got to get over your fear of heights, so you don't hit the electric lines. I'm just saying. There's a lot there to it, but it's about breaking past the possibilities. So we're done with the old era that everybody that's alive right now even understands or knows. So everything moving forward has got to be very forward thinking and new, and something that's not like anything we were doing because that was a trap, a system of control and total destruction. But anyway. Oh, that's probably why. I can't read anything upside down, even though I just turn around and look at my knobs. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I had them backwards by what would that be? That'd be like a 45, a quarter turn, half a turn almost, but on a weird angle, you know. I did too. I had it completely upside down, in other words. I can't tell what it sounds like. It always sounds weird when it's in my hand. Yeah, that sounds better. It's like real, like, I don't know, tinny. It had a tinny off tone or something. Not like a good way. Most definitely. It's very cold and snowy here in Indiana. I haven't left the house much. But when I have, it's been really cold. I get nervous about taking my guitar out. It still goes everywhere with me. I got a good case for it though, you know. But you gotta be careful just walking outside to grab a piece of wood or something, you know, with your guitar in your hands. It'll crack it if you're not careful. Going in from the hot to the cold real fast. It can handle cold and it can handle hot, you know, if you ease it into it or ease it out of it, you know. But it will be out of tune when you ease it in and ease it out no matter what. This guy does pretty good if it's in the house. It stays in tune for a while. It's kind of hard on my guitar though. I play it a lot. I think I'm going to change my strings maybe this week. It's probably time. they could not. Rent or roll all we got. It doesn't end. Springtime united with revenge. I just wanna know to the seedlings that I grassy meadow. So I wonder if you look like me. If you lost out from under your feet. I don't know how I keep moving my buttons. Moving my horses, looking sideways, guys. So I jumped right into sticky situation you're always getting me into. Now I'm stuck like it. But you know how this ends, right? At the end of the day, it'll still be me. And Mr. Holmes, where do you think you're going? Where's Luke come from, huh? My biggest fan is what's the chickens? Snap. Now it's a paparazzi and the man. There's a stalker too, and I guess the whole damn clan. And maybe Stan. Look over the inside, you've been what do I got to say? But you should have took me fishing. And that's a wrap. I got chores to do, otherwise I'd be in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble no matter what I do, though. It's one of the days, probably. I don't know. I can't say that. I'm speaking that out, and I don't even know that for a fact yet, but I'm just saying. Whoa. You know, every place of business has some chaotic days, and they got, like, days that are calm, and, you know, anybody that has a business knows about them days. I'm glad I just do what I want, but I do live above a business, so there's like a lot of doodah sometimes. Today it's very quiet. It's eerily quiet, so I feel like I should be cleaning the house or something. Maybe saying an extra prayer or two. I don't know. That's my take on it because it's freezing cold outside and my motorcycle's in a big snow pile, so what are you going to do? Cleanliness is next to godliness. I used to say that. I used to be a real clean motherfucker, and then I got a bunch of hobbies, and then now I'm not even interested in that shit no more. It's like, we need a wife. I'm not like that. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying I got God, my motorcycle, my guitar. I mean, I can't really fit much more in my life, and I got a part-time dog. He's not my dog. He's a traitor. So until next time, the angel authenticity reminding you to get real and stay that way.